Evening World Wide Web, this is James. Welcome back to my stock channel. We have another stock update video for BOXD Inc. BOXD is the ticker symbol. We are up to a whopping 22 cents, up 39% in a day. Up 39%. Hello. Didn't everybody wish they knew this was coming? 1 month, down 63%. Just glad you didn't do it last month. 6 months, 75%. A year, 97. Is Box making a comeback? Did they come out and have some kind of awesome earnings report today or yesterday? I got a feeling something happened. It looks like they tapered off a little in the after hours, back down to 21 cents. But in the last 5 days, they were at 15 and 16 cents. But it looked like it was in a dip when that happened. Let's take a look at their earnings. We'll do an update on their most recent earnings report, which I'm guessing was today. Well, first of all, Boxed is like an Amazon type competitor with the inventory of a Costco and more of the business model of a Costco Amazon hybrid. It's an online wholesaler where you can buy huge boxes of stuff. Maybe like pallets and bulk quantities of things and sizes that you probably can't get on Amazon. Annually, hasn't really grown that much. I mean, well, we're up to 187 million for the year. It's really strong. It kind of started as that. I think it was a private company for many years previously, but it looked like the whole growth of the private company, and then they went public and raised all that money, and they probably tried to generate some hoopla, and they went from 140 to 173 to 187 to 172 and then back down again. And then this year, it's just all downhill on the revenue side. And they just lose money every quarter. 38 million, 36 million, 31 and 26 million. Boy, that'll drive you crazy. In the history of this company, since they've gone public, they've done nothing but hemorrhage money. So that's why the stock is down where it is they are a continual loser of money, and people hate that. The question is, do they have anything here? Well, let's hope it's not priced like Snapchat and some of these other crazy ones that we've been looking at. The earnings per share negative 37 cents, operating expense 25 million, which actually isn't bad for a company that does as much as they do. Their balance sheet, oh gosh, upside down big time. $189 million in liabilities, and the whole company brings in less than that in revenue. That's usually not a good sign, especially you can't even make money as it is, needless to say, pay it back. And the only way their revenue or their asset line seems to go up is if the debt line goes up. So if they go throw something on a credit card, it becomes an asset. They end up with both sides of it, and very consistently. It's then that's just them just spending money right there, and that's them just eating up their assets, like liquidating their warehouse. Like, let's keep a lot less stuff in stock this year, and let's pay off the credit cards a little bit. I like to see that. Maybe they're trying to chew into it so they can have the small future that they're going to have. I'm interested to see what the new numbers are. I'm going to have to make a video of their earnings call. We'll find out what happened. They have $36 million left. They have 72 million shares outstanding. They absolutely probably could not dilute the stock much. It just doesn't have any value. If you cut it down to 10 cents a share and try to sell 70 million shares of that, yeah, you might raise, $50 million or something, but it's not going to go very far, and you're just really going to destroy the stock and destroy everyone that works there's Christmas bonus. and make everybody mad and not like you even more than they already don't like you. As a growth story, I'd say there is none. With internet hoopla and all, the company is valued at drum roll, $16 million. Yeah, pretty much nothing. That's isn't that how much money they got in the bank? Here we go. They have 36 million in the bank and they're worth 16 million. So, but they're also upside down on the credit cards by 60 million. So yeah, 60, actually 70 million. So they're negative upside down on their balance sheet, and that's causing their entire value of the company to become less than cash. So now I'm sure y'all are dying to know what happened today, and so am I. Some kind of earnings report. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can just include it in this video so I don't have to make another video. Let me see if I can get today's numbers. Well, I'm back. Sorry, everybody. We're just going to have to wait on that till April 4th because that's when the earnings come out. But clearly somebody's making a move here. Somebody decided that they wanted to get in before earnings, and they wanted to get in before the people that got in before earnings. Maybe somebody knows something. Maybe this is like Wall Street where they all call each other on the phones and say, you know, Blue Oyster loves horseshoes. And they all start buying. Up 39% in a day for apparently no reason whatsoever, except for it's almost earnings time. Could they finally have some good news for the world? I don't know. This company's been in business for like 20 or 30 years. As a private company, the estimates for the earnings, April 4th is another big loss and a $40 million quarter, which would be just like this one here. So just another blue line and then just another yellow line that looks just like this one, sitting right there next to it. They've just repeated the same thing. That's the estimate. Now, they might have beat the estimate, and maybe somebody down there knows about it, and somebody down there decided to scoop up some shares. That's always possible. Or you have a crazy gambler. I don't know. What do y'all think about this company? Do you think they have any hope? Is the bulk Amazon going to be a good idea one day? People wanting to buy 500 rolls of toilet paper all at one time. Might be the only place to get toilet paper one day. You might have to buy in bulk, so I wouldn't knock it till you've tried it. BOXD Inc. BOXD. Check it out. It's a penny stock with a prayer. And yeah, we'll hope the best for these people. If they come across our chart on the top gainers again, we're going to try to find out why. The why this time is there is no why. Just somebody trying to get in before earnings, and they're trying to get in beat the pre-earnings rush, and seem to have scooped up an enormous amount of shares in a very, very short amount of time. How many shares did they have again? We're going to look at that one more time. 72 million. So yeah, that was a lot of shares that somebody bought that drove this thing up. Like 7 or something cents, all by their very own selves, probably. Or was this a rally? I don't know. Looks like a pretty straight beam right here. This is looks like one trade. 16 cents all the way to 22. That's when you put that's either well, it can't be a short leaving. What was could it? Yeah, this thing's been to $10. It's been to $2. Yeah, there's shorts living on this one. So maybe that was just a short leaving right before earnings because he doesn't want to deal with the bullshit of the earnings call, and he doesn't want to be around. But we talked about this spike earlier. Do you notice how it's slanted to the right just a little bit? It's not a straight up and down spike. Is what I call a get out short position, but your order can't be filled spike. This guy puts in an order right here when the stock is at 16 cents, and he says sell limit 22 cents because he knows he has a shit ton of shares. He counted them all the way up the food chain. He knows what's out there, and he's trying to sell more than is even out there. So this guy has to wait like a full half hour for this order to get filled and for these shares to be bought to make this price go up. He's buying them to get out of his short position, or this is a long buyer just buying a ton of it and saying, I'm willing to take it up to 22 cents. Let's go. But see, a normal buyer would probably could have plucked this thing off for 16 cents all day long if he would have just waited over time. This was somebody who wanted to get out, to do it all at once for some reason. Either a gambling degenerate, perhaps, or a very aggressive buyer with a lot of money, or I don't know, I'm going to quit speculating, but I think this was a short getting out. It looks like it. We're also going to check the short float on this one. It might be amazing. Let's see how much money they have one more time. $36 million. The entire company is valued at $16 million. Yeah, it's just that debt. It's just the damn debt. It probably can never be paid off. Definitely not with this business. Definitely not with these numbers. That's not paying off any debt. They did just pay off some debt, like 15% of it, and I give them credit, from 21 to 22. But no, that was quarterly, quarter over quarter, from June to September, they paid off some debt. Be interesting, maybe they paid off a bunch more debt. Maybe that's what happened. And maybe that's what made the stock pucker up. But I still think it was that short position right there. We have an escaping from the prison. We're going to find out what the short float is on this one also. I got a feeling that this one, if I was a shorter, this is probably one that I would pick, just because their debt is bigger than their annual revenue, and they're not growing, so they're not going to grow out of that position. That position is just going to eat them alive. BOXD, everybody, BOXD. Could be a hot short float stock. Could be some more spikes getting out. Maybe let it simmer down for a day or two before you buy it. This thing doesn't look like it trades that much. It might. But yeah, the movement looks sluggish. A lot of wiggles on these lines. I don't know. We'll do another update on BOXD if we have any news or further updates. Thank you very much for your time, and like the video, subscribe to my channel for further updates on this company. Thank you for watching. Have a great night.